So this is theoretically based on like that kind of a situation where like the president and Congress and most of the Senate gets fucking blown up during the State of the Union address. And then they like make a shitty Netflix show based on it. But one of the things that was funny was one of the states decided that they wanted to try and secede because they didn't recognize the president as like the designated survivor guy as president. And then they tried to get the National Guard to like arrest the governor, and the National Guard turned around and said, "No, fuck you." They sided with the governor. I was like, "Oh, that's actually a pretty likely scenario if things were to happen like that."
I mean, the fucking governor can activate the National Guard for his state, like at any time.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in the National Guard.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I don't want to go to Hurricane Katrina, dude. Fuck that.
Fuck that, man.
I know we're on YouTube, but fuck those people.
Which demographic of minorities are we talking about when we say you people?
All of them.
Kardoc has joined the color brown. I think we're talking about those.
There we go.
People.
We're just missing Knight. Featuring Knight, starring Knight.
It kind of has been starring
Knight
lately.
is the main character.
The low-level kobold is the main fucking character.
Knight's been like half the party.
Hell yeah.
You got a point.
Can we all just like relax and let Knight just play? Can we just watch Knight play?
Knight plays all of our characters.
At this point in time, Knight could just handle everybody except for Vincenzo.
Can Knight read us a bedtime story?
No, you couldn't.
Knight's gonna just make up a funny voice for all of our characters.
That would be awesome. I'd watch that.
I could tell you a bedtime story, Nephis.
The sea calls to me.
Seeing as we're all here, and seeing as we're talking about Knight, the ship is on fire.
And this ship is on fire too.
Yeah.
I don't recall, did it suffer enough damage to start sinking when it rammed us?
No, they took more damage because it was a failed ram. We were able to shrug it off.
They buckled under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their ship wasn't sinking. I mean, it might sink soon, seeing as it's on fire.
That is true.
Isn't our ship also on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only a little bit.
Only a little.
Only a little bit.
Yes.
If you think about it.
Take it away.
It'll be fine. We're surrounded by water.
We have to start sailing really fast so the fire gets put out.
Yeah, we need to blow someone. Somebody needs to blow it. Vin would be good at that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
probably.
I knew I should have picked up that gust spell. Just walk around with wind.
Walk around with wind.
Yeah, warding wind. I should have picked up warding wind.
So you could grief our only way out of the situation.
No, because if I walk within like 15, 30 feet, I think, of fire, it just extinguishes, I think is what happens.
Oh, that's some powerful one.
And it also gives disadvantage to range attacks.
So it's like super wind.
Yeah, you basically have like wind just surrounding you and just going with you as you walk around.
So Knight's really good at blowing.
Oh,
Or would be. Not in this universe.
I didn't get the spell, so no.
Yeah, in another universe.
In theory.
In
theory.
Knight would be.
So what you're saying is the only potential effective encounter against Knight's haphazard arson was Knight, but then Knight chose not to.
Another Knight did.
Man,
On a different night.
too bad Knight didn't
But
do
not
that.
this night.
Oh, Knight's just
Night is not the night for Knight.
Okay.
Or Vazari didn't do that.
How many of me are there?
All of them.
Yes.
Just one
Oh, God.
today.
I thought I
That's
killed
good
like
enough.
4 of them over here.
Oh.
There's no enemies left.
Nonsense.
They all dead.
So what do we do, guys?
Sweeping.
Well, the ship is actively on fire. That's the current situation you have to deal with. So I mean, you could go about your day.
Oh,
But-
if we're just like working in like open play, then
Yeah, it's open play.
Nephis immediately tells the crew to bring water buckets to the fire. He directs them to extinguish the fire.
I would try to get onto this ship from this ship, and I would help Vazare up if needed.
Vazray will try to follow you off.
Okay.
And on the side, she is going to continue to use her control flame spell to continue to try and extinguish flames on the ship. Not the bugbear ship, our ship.
Okay, you don't care about the bugbear ship.
I don't give a fuck about the bugbear ship.
Carlos.
Let it sink to the bottom of Davy Jones.
Carlos is gonna climb back up into the crow's nest to make sure there's no other ships on the way that would take advantage of the situation.
I help Vazare back onto the HMS Fortune.
Ooh, thank you, Vin.
The USS Diarrhea.
Oh. And Paelias is sending his spectral mind into the pirate ship's hold to see what's in there. Okay, so with the combined effort of the vagabonds, the fire does get put out quite quickly. Between the water buckets and all of the wonderful teamwork. Unfortunately, Paelias, your spectral mind goes and finds out that the entire cargo hold is ablaze, and there's nothing salvageable.
Hell yeah,
Damn.
dude.
It's still actively attached to the wider, not the Wide Horizons, whatever the hell this one is, the
The White Fortunes.
HMCS Fortune, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, Fortune.
Hunter's Bark. Thank you.
Bark of Hunters.
Bolin.
So yeah, this pirate ship is still tied onto the Fortune, and while it's not touching you yet, if you try and go anywhere, the ship's ablaze. Might not be a good time.
I cast Disintegrate,
Oh,
and I remove. What is it? A 10-foot cube?
you tell me, man.
Yeah, and I remove a 10-foot cube of the front of the ship.
Goodbye, goblin plunder.
That definitely does it. They start floating away and burning.
Quite a useful party trick, that one.
Vazray looks over the edge to look at the burning ship.
I look
Carlos, you
over
said you're looking out
Vazare.
just in case there's something else lurking around the corner.
Yeah,
You roll me your perception.
I will.
I look over top of Vazare to look at the sinking
I will
ship.
also look.
Let me do some math real
Okay.
fast.
Stand by.
And there's 2 people that are still alive on the ship too. They're just sleeping.
I'm a grassy knoll behind Vazare.
31 perception.
Oh no.
I am not as perceptive as the kobold.
In the sun.
My elf eyes do not see, my kobold eyes do.
I don't know why this
Yeah,
tuna
just your
salad wrap is so
bifocals.
crunchy, but I can't eat and have my mic on at the same time. Sorry,
You got
I
lettuce on?
got lettuce and celery.
Oh, well,
Crunchy.
motherfucker, that's why.
I didn't think it would be as bad. Anyways,
He doesn't know why.
sorry, I just wanted a bite to eat. I don't know why. So Carlos, you see no threat, but you in the distance in the direction you were originally traveling, which was it was like east southeast or east northeast. That was east southeast. You see what looks like some sort of a spear or a rut or a log or something jutting out sharply from the ocean.
Say that again? It looks like what jutting out from the ocean? Like a log or something?
Or like a giant spear. Like it's pretty large in scale, but it's just like a long, thin, not sharp looking, but a long, thin something poking out of the sea in the direction of travel.
Alright, Carlos is gonna call out to Nephis. Captain Nephis! There's something in the sea!
It's like on the horizon. Yeah.
South-southeast on the horizon.
Is it land?
No, it's like a spike or something sticking out of the ocean.
Oh, there's always something in the sea.
From the description that Carlos gives me in my time at sea, have I seen like traps or like anti-ship like structures like this? That sound. Should I roll a history?
Yeah. If you don't have proficiency in history, add yourself proficiency.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, dude.
That would be a 17.
You are
Wait.
aware. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, 17 is right. You were aware through your Navy service, back in the day, in the old world at least, Tarvian naval doctrine, which was similar to other what you would call modern for the time Navy doctrines, did involve methods of traps and sabotage that could be employed on routes of travel or for blockading / defending ports and critical waterways from ships. This specific description of like a giant spike setting out of the sea would only make sense if it was near shore, if it was like those caltrops, those big barriers, fences that they put up to prevent ships from coming ashore. But
Gotcha.
if he doesn't see land, maybe it's something different, who knows?
Wow.
I take out my monocular spyglass, and I want to roll a perception check on it. See if I can see it. Okay. Ooh. That is a, copy that, Chief. I feel like my character sheet's all funky. Okay, that's plus 8, 22.
God damn. You see it. It doesn't look to be any sort of trap that you would know of.
Copy. I'll direct the person at the helm, since I'm the captain, my captain, to just, like, swerve away from it, but not to deviate from the, our trajectory too much. Just so we'll, like, go past it.
Yeah. 100%.
Within, like, 100 feet.
So as it was spotted on the horizon by the man in Ye Crow's Nest, it takes you a good hour or two's worth of sailing. I'll clean this up real quick. Grab your dudes if you haven't. We all know what happens when I start messing with maps.
Oh. I got my dudes.
My cat is huge.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that was.
Oh, Vin was trapped in there.
He was
Sorry, Vin.
He's Vinshenzo'd for the last time.
I just got back, so I don't know what happened with the object in the sea, but before moving on, Vinshenzo would suggest that we have a burial for the crew member that was lost in the battle.
Oh, somebody died?
Yes.
One person.
Yeah, you lost a crewman in the initial rush when the bugbears boarded the ship.
I agree.
And Vinshenzo would chastise Nephis for carelessly telling his crew to charge in.
Thanks, Knight.
God damn it.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
Fuck,
loved
that boat
that
is
except
huge.
for Knight.
I get to be just a kobold again.
Who has my other bard die? Oh, you do. Give me that.
That's mine. Hey, give that back.
It's been more than 10 minutes. You don't have it.
I like it.
But you'll have it again later, man.
Okay.
If you're nice.
How would you
Fine,
like to
next time.
conduct this burial at sea?
Vin should take care of that.
It's your crew.
Copy that. If I were to have a say,
It's literally your crew.
You're the captain.
If it was delegated
I were
to
to have a
Vin,
say-
Vin would say that redelegate it to Vazare because she's very religious.
Nephis would like to ask the crew or like figure out like what like religion that he, I guess, followed to kind of honor that, and then
You're sailing
guess.
with all of ya boys that you knew from past experience, right? If I recall, like these are all guys that are familiar to you.
I think so.
I believe so.
True.
But isn't there like 100 people or something like that?
We've had to acquire more
Yeah.
crew to crew the
Well,
bigger ship.
you have 47 sailors. I just wanted to double check because I didn't write in my notes exactly what background they were, so I don't remember if I said they were like Tarvian and Westland sailors or if they were just guys that you knew. That's why I just wanted to double check. But if it's the folks you're familiar with, because I think that was one of the things that you said is what you wanted your crew like people that you could trust.
Yeah.
So that would, in my head, then mean that they are Tarvian
Tarvian.
and Westlandian sailors, because those are the guys that you sailed with the most. So, shit, I could read back in my things here. I don't fucking. They give, yeah, they have like your. He tells you that he is the or the guys inform you that he's a Tarvian sailor and he believed in one of the more popular Tarvian gods, one of their major ones.
Then I guess just like, I don't know. I just like in accordance to that, I just want to,
Mhm.
respect his origin and,
Just Tyr.
how is-
There we go. That's the one that I had.
The Triad.
Yeah, Triad was here, Ilmater, and
Helm.
Helm?
I do believe so. Because the Triad was basically also the alliance of like a bunch of the different human aligned factions as well.
Yeah.
Can Vazray do a religion check?
Vazrai can do a religion check.
Whoa.
Vazrai's fucking arm is elbow deep in fucking Nephis's ass right now.
11 religion.
Orm is the other guy of the Triad.
Yeah, it
11.
is, but I think for our campaign, it's been Helm before. Maybe I was wrong though.
Well, so as part, because I remember having this conversation with Corwin. Thank God, Corwin. at a certain point in time in the Triad, there was it was Bahamut who became a member temporarily, replacing Tyr. So Bahamut and some of the gods of some of the dragon gods were also associated by proxy with
Oh my
blah, blah, blah,
god.
the Triad.
The
So that means I may
quadrad.
actually. That means
Well-
I might actually know a little bit about them then.
No, you don't know shit. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You know that it's a thing that happened, and that there's like you've heard of it spoken about, but it's never been of relevance to you or your people.
Fair enough.
It's sort of beyond your
My expertise.
beyond your intimate knowledge. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I would just like to prepare a funeral for him in accordance with his religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
His deity of choice.
Okay, I'm finished my tuna wrap. I swear, I promise. There's no more tuna wraps. Which means I don't have to worry about muting my mic. So
Stop, dude.
it'll take you the rest. It'll take you the rest of the day. Oh no, the coins are back.
Somebody gave me these two.
I wonder who it could have been. So it'll take you the rest of the day to properly set up, organize, and then perform the actual funeral rites. But then once that is finished, you'll be set to sail.
Copy that.
Hell yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
You say goodbye to Pius Gratius, the first member of the crew to die.
I won't be remembering him.
No one will. I'm not even writing his name down.
God fucking damn.
Am I callous to my fictitious NPCs? Yes. Think of the number of them that I've sent to their deaths. This one is nonetheless.
It was Nephis who sent him to his death.
Oh yeah, no, this time it was totally Holy What?
God damn it, Knight.
I lost track of my thought pattern there for a second. Yeah, so it'll take the rest of the night, but sorry, not the rest of the night, the rest of the day. But it does have a very reassuring effect on the crew, seeing you take the time to properly honor the passing of one of their own. And they, as they finish the rituals and say goodbye in their own individual ways to their brother long past or just past, they have a lot more vigor to their step and a lot more grim determination as they carry about the rest of their duties, getting the ship set to sail.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. So we are continuing to sail. I'm assuming you want to just, well, it's a ship, so you go through the night. So at this rate, at about midnight, you sail within easy viewing distance of the random spike coming out of the sea.
Ooh.
Paying attention to the fact that you guys have been through combat and it is the middle of the night. Who's on night watch? Who would actually be sleeping?
I could be on night watch because I'm a drow.
How much time has passed since the funeral?
About 2 hours.
Alright, then Paelias would be halfway through meditation.
Ooh, Leo. Alright, Mr. Watchman, roll me perception.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, it's nighttime, so I'm not at disadvantage. Oh.
Something went poorly.
That is
Oh.
I think, 16.
You can see, beneath the waves as you regard this thing, the spike sticking out of the sea, you can see that is actually the tip of the steeple of a clock tower that is sunk beneath the waves.
We found Atlantis, guys.
As you look farther down, you can actually see like the rest of the clock tower connected to what looks like a town hall or some large impressive building, and sprawling around it is an entire city. Now it's all rather lopsided. It looks as though just some island dropped, but it's not so far out of sight to be to have vanished beneath the sea entirely.
I assume Nephis is asleep. I will,
Nephis was actually going to stay up. He's going to force himself to.
okay, I inform Nephis then, of the update of what it is. Is it just the steeple that's, out of the water?
Yeah, if I recall correctly, the steeple is like that big tall peak on top of the tower.
Yeah.
Of a tower, so it's like you're looking at the tip of the steeple.
So there's no, like, walkable part of the structure that's out of the water.
You can see that there is, well, like I said, you guys are in viewing distance, but you can tell like it's pretty much the majority of the steeple. So it could be, but you'd have to get a little bit closer to check
Okay.
because it's night.
I inform that, well, my dark vision only goes out to, I believe, 120 feet before it's just blackness.
Oh fuck!
I have superior
In that case,
dark
in
vision.
that case, you would definitely see that there is a section of roof that's like at the wave line. Sorry, I thought you could see a little bit farther than that. So you can see that there's a walkable section of the tower above the waves.
Ah. How curious. I wonder what's inside the unsubmerged part. I inform the captain and the helmsman of this information.
Upon hearing this from Vin, I'd ask him, do we want to stop to investigate it? A city under the sea is quite peculiar.
Under the sea.
It would be, but we have no way of... can I see, like, the structures underneath and how deep they are?
They go quite deep. Understanding now that you have 120 feet of night vision, you can see like the tips of buildings and roofs. Curiously, you can tell, at least from the upper parts of the buildings that you can see, they don't seem to have any windows.
Oh.
But the clock tower does.
I will climb down and talk to Nephis and tell him that it could be possible that parts inside still have air pockets, but it would be a risky venture.
I know some trickery to go under the waves for quite some time. So if we do want to investigate, we can have a small team go.
I'll leave the decision up to the ship's captain.
Upon hearing that there could be bubbles, Nephis scratches, or air pockets, he scratches his chin and goes to the helmman and tells him to to have the ship slow
Drop
down.
anchor.
And he, drop anchor. That's a little rash. This is a fucking Sea of Thieves. Very much to slow down and prepare to drop anchor.
drops anchor onto a freaking house.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I just thought about that. He was like, yeah, don't drop anchor.
It just drops
Don't do
anchor
that.
on a freaking house.
I'll just loiter around this steeple.
Yes, for all we know, Captain Nephis, this settlement could still be inhabited,
Aye.
perhaps by those creatures that you are so accustomed to.
Oh. Fuck. I always forget my character. I'm sorry.
Perhaps you should read your character sheet.
Because they're my favorite enemy. I always forget like what advantages I get on that. But I do want to roll like a check to see if like this structure is like, you know, this is like something to do.
Yes, aren't there some sea creatures that are an enemy of yours that you favor?
That you favor and possibly know enhanced knowledge about.
Vazray is incredibly confused about this entire encounter.
Where's Vazray? I'm fucking pick her up by the collar.
I'm down here.
You're asleep.
Wait, what?
I give you a good night kiss.
Oh,
Mwah.
okay. Good night.
Is everybody staying awake?
No.
No reason not to have this here, since you guys are on the boat.
I'm on the boat.
I had a date. I was on a burning ship.
Okay, I get
I'm on the
advantages
boat.
on intelligent checks. Okay, that's what it is. I wasn't sure if it was proficiency or or advantage. Okay, I would like to roll some sort of a check to see if this is like, if I know like structures, if they like build in this way that we're seeing.
History is what you would
History.
need.
Okay.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go. Now you can actually have your dudes on a ship.
8.
Wow. Oh, I left D&D music on. Oopsie.
Look what you've done. You ruined the fucking archive.
Oh,
It's good music.
It's ruined. Oh, never mind. It's enhanced.
Oh, that's better.
Yes.
And I think it's like a 30-minute playlist, so it probably hasn't repeated all that much.
what are you listening to?
I'm not listening to anything. I have a playlist on
No.
the stream for downtime, idle.
Okay, I see.
And I just turned it off. It's only for the audience, all my loyal viewers.
I see. The loyal
Oh.
audience. That's good. Well, I'm glad they got to have some nice music. Okay, so what was your roll?
An 8.
An 8. You're not really much of a building architecture expert. You're more of a boat architecture expert.
A woodsman.
I just don't have no idea if this is like how they build. Yeah, gotcha. If
Yeah.
it's like they're
Seamen of the woods.
Damn.
To
Yes.
you, it sort of looks more like just a building underwater.
yeah.
However,
Odd. How queer.
yeah,
Well, he's also
clear
human
building.
and he doesn't have any dark vision.
yeah. Oh,
All the
that's
darkness
fun
went
to
to
do.
his skin.
Oh,
You're going off of secondhand knowledge, I'm assuming, because even if we had light, it probably doesn't go deep enough to see
well, if he
the
had light, he'd be able to
structures.
see like the stuff that's ticking out of the waves. But definitely, you ain't seeing.
You're-
But didn't he
you're
have those
helping.
goggles that
No,
Isaac gave
those,
him?
those were temporary. I left them with Isaac's stuff. Because that was his
Oh.
stuff, and he died.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fair.
Nephis respects the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you're kind of screwed. I don't know why I was proceeding under that assumption, but I thought you had night vision
Yeah.
ability.
He did
Uh-uh.
once.
Nice job respecting the dead, genius.
Yeah. Way to screw yourself over,
I'm gonna
dummy.
respect your wife.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Wait a second, you're not married.
What?
I'm not. I get around.
You're still a good Catholic if you're not married, but she is.
Oh, hell yeah.
What the hell?
I love that. That's good. Okay. Well, he
He looks inky black to you in the torchlight, but you do see quite creepily a lopsided clock tower sticking out of the sea. Which,
I
actually, now that I
gather-
think of it, it looks pretty fucking scary, if I would say so.
Yeah, I remember hearing like some phobia about that, like shit coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Dude, it's it's back rooms.
Black rooms.
Bioshock.
Or sunken rooms or whatever the new one is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back
Something
rooms too.
sunken. The front room. I gather. Well, fucking Vin's already here. I gather the posse.
I'm right beside
Anyone who's asleep, I won't bother them. But if anyone's awake, I check.
Vazori
Below
is
deck.
asleep, snuggling her cat in bed.
What's Carlos doing? Sleeping?
Ethan.
And Paelias is meditating.
And I can see that. Well, I go back up to Vin. Well, as expected, everyone's asleep still. We could wait for daybreak to investigate, and we'll delay us. Years.
We could lay anchor here, and I could maybe take a peek in that clock tower, see if there's any apparent dangers, and then we could wait for morning.
I wouldn't want to lay anchor. I wouldn't want to alert anyone down there if there is. Hitting rooftops, as you say.
Well, the ship has like lanterns and stuff, I assume. Like they probably know we're here.
Maybe. You don't know.
Safe to assume that. Or sorry, it is within reasonable doubt, I suppose. If there was anything down there, it could probably see the lantern light of the ship.
Maybe.
What is your order for me, Captain?
I'll just have us, I'll have the helmsman just loiter us for now. Perhaps the two of us can take a look at that clock tower.
Yes.
Yes.
What about the ship?
They'll be loitering.
Oh.
Oh, but already captain us. Fuck it. We're just gonna wait until fucking daybreak.
I mean, you can order it to loiter, but it might be too far away for us to, like, get back to, though.
Oh.
If it's
The clock
loitering.
tower steeple is a fairly massive thing sticking out of the sea. It's not a dainty little, like, county church steeple. We're talking about, like, the Cathedral of Paris.
One thing
The
is certain, though,
Evap.
Captain Nephis, is that we shan't linger here longer than we should.
Aye.
We have a mission
Okay.
from the Queen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell the fucking helmsman to loiter. I might tell some of the other
My
crew
wife.
to wake up, or if we're not back in like, an hour, or sorry, in 2 hours, to like wake up the crew and tell them that something's gone wrong and we went to the steeple. That me and Vin did. I tell a trusted crew member to relay that information.
I
That's
need
awake.
to return from this journey safely for my wife's daughter.
I'm gonna fucking throttle Vin. Sorry, I'm gonna throttle Seeker. Sorry, Vin's okay.
Ah.
I cast air bubble on myself and Vin.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go underwater.
Oh.
I was just gonna go in the steeple and look around.
You don't. Well, I don't. We don't fucking know.
Now you do.
I mean, Nephis also can't see shit below the waves, and you can, so he's got no way of really knowing what's going on.
I'm assuming you start suffocating because the rule got cut off.
Oh, it did.
What?
I didn't realize there's a maximum thing number. I was gonna continue looking randomly, but
Oh. While submerged underwater and holding its breath, the creature can cast a spell.
Yeah, I was asking basically to know if you were to cast, like, say, breathe water or something, like, would I be able to cast spells underwater?
Okay,
Oh.
so I'm going to back up my ruling with statements. So it does rules as written. There is nothing that strictly says you cannot cast a spell like while underwater. It does, but in the player's handbook, it does state that for the verbal components of spells, most spells require chanting of mystic words. Words themselves aren't the source of the spell's power, rather the particular combination of words, blah, 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 blah. Thus, a character who is gagged or in an area of silence, such as one created by the silence spell, can't cast a spell with verbal components. So, what that would mean is, by holding your breath, you are voluntarily gagging yourself in the sense that you can't talk. Now, I found a really cool little thing while I was doing like 2 minutes of Googling, and I really like this thing. It says, while submerged underwater and holding its breath, a creature can cast a spell that requires a verbal component with a casting time of a reaction, bonus action, or action. After casting the spell, if the creature can't breathe underwater, it immediately runs out of breath. Creature can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1 round. So basically, if you're just underwater, you can sacrifice whatever breath you're holding in your mouth to cast your spell. But after that, you're just relying on whatever's in your lungs.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Captain Nephis, if you would allow me a few minutes to summon Rabbit, who so gallantly protected your ship.
Aye.
Her form was destroyed in the battle, but it is no matter.
Ah, fuck, I thought I copied it. Ah, damn it. Sorry,
I will spend 10 minutes to cast Find Greater Steed to get Rabbit back.
Yes. There's nothing, like, it just automatically happens after 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Cool. Rabbit appears! Hooray! Rabbit's back.
Neehee.
Hell yeah, dude.
Neehee.
Ribbit.
Oh. She's back to full hit point.
Hooray, Wabbit.
Glorious rabbit.
We have spectral globes around our noggins that last up to 24 hours.
Oh my god.
It is not a concentration spell.
Oh my god. I will get on Rabbit and tell Captain Nephis to
Get on Rabbit.
hop on Rabbit.
Oh, I'm in Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Finally, after all this time.
Menagerie going to walk onto the deck
Oh
of the
my
ship
God.
eventually and just say, Vin, I had the most terrible of nightmares.
It was all real.
No!
Okay, I guess, fly to the steeple and look for an entrance.
The
Hell
people of the
yeah.
steeple.
So as you get closer, roll me perception,
Wait,
the both of you.
how many targets can you target with the water bubble thing? The air bubble?
I can do myself and 2 additional at a. Wait, let me see. You create fills the air at last. If a creature, I thought it was 1 at first, and then you can do 2 additional at 3rd or higher with 2.
Yeah, if you
per
have
slot.
I believe.
Yeah.
It's
So you're getting 2 additional anyway. Give 1 to Rabbit.
Rabbit wasn't there when I casted it.
Oh. You're stupid. Alright.
Nope.
I fly to the steeple.
Hey, yeah, well, it's like 120 feet off the court side.
That will
And you
only
get to the
take
steeple.
12 seconds.
You can see that despite the high waves, there is a fairly dry patch of the roof which is accessible and large enough to be able to land Rabbit comfortably. You see that there is a what looks to be some sort of a hatch sticking out of the roof. Furthermore, as you get closer with your lovely dark vision, you can definitely tell that there are access points in the clock tower. Windows that can be opened around the actual clock itself.
Oh. Can I see anything through the windows?
You see the clock.
I will do an active perception check to see through the windows.
Sure, you can actively perceive to see if there's
anything of interest or moving around inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a 19. Or no, sorry, 17.
17. All right. You don't see signs of anything being there. Nothing moving, no eyeballs glinting, no telltale signs that there might be anything present. However, you do see some sort of evidence that something might have been there. There's evidence that things once were there. You can see through the window what looks to be bedrolls or other sort of material detritus, I guess you could say, from someone at some point who had been camping out or living there.
Someone has been living inside here. They made camp inside.
This little living area is on top of a wooden platform that is that overlooks the complex series of mechanisms and gears required to tell time in a clock tower.
I guess I'll land on the roof and then open the hatch.
Hell yeah! As you move towards the hatch, and you try and work it, you feel a lot of resistance. It seems to be locked, but not only that, you can tell that with the exposure to the elements, that hatch is a little bit calcified and crudted up with sea gunk. It's my technical term for it.
It's locked, but if I were to open it, Captain Nephis, do you think you could use some of your seafaring brawn to weasel it open?
Aye.
Hell yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
What trickery are you going to implement?
I was gonna cast knock, and it says a target that is held shut by mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlock, unstuck, or unbarred. So maybe we don't even have to fight the sea gunk.
Who knows?
It shakes the gunk off.
Now, if I remember correctly, knock is not a
Debunks.
subtle spell.
No. It makes an audible from as far away 300 feet noise. A loud knock.
Ah, hell nah.
I've cast this spell in front of you before. You can stop me.
I place my hand on your shoulder. Are you sure that won't alert anyone in there? It's quite loud, isn't it?
Yes. And no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anyone's in there.
But like you said, if it could possibly be some sort of civilization. We don't know their allegiance. Perhaps that way you were able to shift us through dimensions. Perhaps that could work.
Shift us through dimensions.
Yes, where we were in one place and then another so quickly.
Yes, but I can't see through the hatch.
Wasn't there a window?
And I couldn't bring you through with me.
Oh.
Well, I could, but it would be a 5th level spell.
I see. I don't know
very
what that
anime of
is.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I'm stupid.
I want to conserve my power. My trickery, as you call it.
That's what you called it.
Yes.
Fine. Before, just give me a moment. Nephis pulls out his saber and takes some of the rope from his pack, and he ties 5 feet. He cuts 5 feet and ties it to his waistband, his belt, and then ties it to the handguard of his saber. So if he were to drop it, it wouldn't go shink into she.
Oh, very smart. I like that.
And after doing that, he looks to Vin. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, are you sure that your saber can withstand the force of that as well as the locking mechanism holding it in place?
Nephis says the ignite word, and it just turns on with light. It's to help me see.
Oh,
Oh,
I see. Yes, you're. There's no light right here. You're blind. I forgot.
It's really dark. I have the moonlight.
Your primitive
poor
human
Finn, that
eyes.
must be really bright.
I'm shining my headlamp at you.
Your eyes.
Haze my headlamp on. Can you
Oh
still?
my God.
Look how bright this is.
Is it working?
Working.
Hell yeah. Well,
I'm ready.
we could try to find another entry, but I'm afraid, well, were the windows like panes of glass? Like there's no like open entryway.
No. All the glass panes are shut.
Yeah.
If they were open, there would be water inside.
I mean, he doesn't know if there
Dumbass.
is or isn't water inside either.
Perhaps I could get inside myself and I could open the latch from the other side.
Aye.
I will ride Rabbit around to the windows and then within 30 feet of them and then Misty step inside onto the platform and look around.
Okay.
And then I will
When you,
telepathically tell Rabbit to go back onto the roof where Nephis is.
Okay. So you misty step inside this quizzical clock tower, and you emerge into a room that is completely dry. It is dark. It is dank. It is definitely moist/humid in here. Given the fact that you are in the sea. But otherwise, it's it's dry inside.
Hell yeah. I'll try to find the latch from the I'll look around, or I'll listen to see if anything's moving around.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Ugh. Okay, that is a 26.
26. You don't hear the sounds of anything moving around or any presence whatsoever. As far as you can tell, and you're quite confident in what you can tell, you are alone.
Okay. Even still, I will try to move light-footedly to the hatch. And I will roll stealth.
Yes.
At 20.
So the hatch is the hatch is located at the top of a ladder, which stands near the center of the platform.
I try to find the mechanism that's locking it, and if I can, undo it from the inside.
Yeah, so you clamber up the ladder and you take a look at this hatch, and it looks like the hatch. It just has it's a fairly simple to understand locking mechanism. I'd like you to roll me a strength check.
Oh no. I'm a weakling.
Oh, hell nah.
Athletics or just, I guess it doesn't matter.
Just raw strength. Yeah.
17. Well, I do get a bonus for athletics because I'm bard. 17, straight up.
With a grunt and a little bit of effort, you're able to unlock the seized lock. It starts to crunch open, and then you all the way. No problem at all for Ben.
I'll use my earring of message to tell Nephis that the lock is undone and he can open the latch.
I open the latch.
Roll me strength.
Ah! Okay.
And I climb down the ladder. And dust myself
A 17.
Oh. You heave the hatch open, and with a rusty groan, it opens for you. Yes, it reveals a dark, dank. Oh no, you got your headlamp on, so you can see everything. Well, most things in there.
Most things, yeah.
How big is the room?
The room is about 60 foot by 60 foot by 20 foot high.
Oh yeah. I can see
It's
everything.
Yeah, the platform that you are on is not directly in the center of the roof. It is offset. There's a second wooden platform that is equally vacant, sort of like diagonally from you. You see there's a ladder. Well, there was a ladder. It's half gone, specifically the upper half, extending from that platform where it would have gone up to the roof. The way you get down off the platform is, once again, a ladder, which leads down to a stone tile floor, which is below all of the gear mechanisms.
I would like to inspect the bedrolls and stuff, touching it with nothing but maybe the tip of my shoe to try to see what kind of creature was living here.
I'd like
Roll
to
me.
assess.
Roll me investigation.
Yeah,
Oh, excuse me.
nat 20.
Oh, I guess I don't have
You
to help.
you actually what?
Holy shit.
Wow, what a waste of 20s. I really hope that you don't need them later.
He's gonna keep
Shit.
rolling them.
I'm
You
gonna
flabbergasted
get them.
me. What were you doing again? Oh,
I
you were
was
rolling. You were investigating.
I
Right,
was
yeah.
inspecting the camp to see if what kind of sort of creature has been living here. If there's any evidence.
These bedrolls are old, full of mold, and entirely ruined by mildew.
Ugh.
You can tell that these bedrolls were of Elven design.
Oh.
You recognize the delicate type of embroidery and roll me history, actually.
Oh yes. I'm lagging.
Oh,
Oh,
that was almost a 20.
it was almost the million, Val.
Val.
That is an
It is
11
almost a 20.
for history. Actually, a 12. Sorry, I forgot to update my sheet.
You recognize these bedrolls from your past. Not like these specific ones, but like the design of them and the methods of, you know, the cultural specifics and what constitutes a elven bedroll from the travelers hailing from Morwen would use.
Elves used to languish in this horrible place, but long ago. Though the sea has a tendency to make things older than they truly are.
Aye. From where do you believe they hailed from?
Morwen. There's no mistake about it.
Perhaps this is Morwen under the sea.
Perhaps.
Could be worth investigating more than finding out what happens. Maybe there's survivors deeper.
Perhaps. I don't know why, but it makes me quite sad seeing this, Captain Nephis.
Remnants of our old home. Nephis gives them a pat on the back. It'll be hard.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any other dry part of the clock tower?
Yep, the whole room. Well, okay. I'm gonna caveat this just for atmospherics, but when I say dry, I mean like not submerged. So you're in an open air room. It is wet and gross. It's cloy and dank. You feel like you're in a basement. That kind of like cold, wet to the bone feeling. The surfaces are like bleeding moisture. If you've ever seen what that looks like in old stone buildings, where just the walls in certain sections are just naturally wet, and there's
condensation, right?
Yeah, and there's like algae and moss that's growing in corners and such. It doesn't
we're not.
smell bad. The air is quite clean.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't smell nasty.
Oh, wait.
It's just the atmosphere is cold and wet, and things are growing.
I don't think we'd be able to smell any of this.
Yeah.
You're in an air bubble.
We have air bubble filled with fresh
you
air.
got your N95 mask on. You're fine.
We do.
We're the building inspectors.
We're fucking space engineers. Isaac Clarke. I've been playing the new one, the remake. That one's pretty good. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, let's... I would like to roll a survival check, possibly, to, like, see if I can track where these guys possibly went, if there's, like, imprints from, like, soggy footprints, or anything like that.
Sog.
Is that possible?
Stand by.
Oh, I rolled the block mongler D20. Hold on.
There are no bodies here. I wonder where they've gone to.
Aye.
Sorry, I was being hounded by dogs. Hounded by hounds. Old
That's
bastards are
okay.
getting bigger, so they're harder to ignore. Could you please repeat your intention?
I want to see if I can track, like, any footprints.
Oh yeah, roll me
from
survival,
the
please.
bedrolls. Hell yeah. Gotta get this the right flesh tone. Hell
This
yeah.
is not forest.
This is not forest. But I got 19, baby.
Oh.
Plus 7. 26.
God damn.
It's the block mongler die.
You can tell with your eagle eyes,
Your block
your
one.
acute intellect, and the 800,000 lumens of your headlamp that there's an intricate difference in the spread of the moss and algae and different clumps of things, where you can see that there's actually a more frequently traveled path through the stones where there's less green and it's more proper smooth stone where things have been traveling back and forth. It leads to what looks to be a stone stairway that leads down perpendicular to the ladder where you would descend to the stone floor.
So it like goes up.
So the stairway goes down, but like, so you get down off the ladder, you turn
Okay.
around, you go down a stairway that you have to turn to the left to descend.
I follow the tracks and kind of like wave my hand to Vin without saying anything while I just track them and focus on it.
Hell yeah. Vin, are you going to follow along?
I will follow.
Follow.
And I will give Nephis bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Take
for
care,
10
Captain
minutes.
Nephis. We don't know what happened here.
Aye. Once we find out who or what is down here, we'll return to the ship.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. So you descend down the staircase, which turns into the ultimate Churnerous mountaintop keep rectangle staircase from hell.
Devil's
Where the
Castle.
inside's all fucking... No.
Watch out, Captain Nephis. You don't want to break your legs.
Oh,
I shoulder my saber and start waving my aim at Vin. Time to push you off.
I don't have any morphine if you fall.
there's no safety rails or nothing. It's just stairway. However, it's not just a void in between. The intricate, once again, some intricate mechanisms and the actual shaft. I guess it's just a big old shaft for the clock tower that actually turns everything from its base. Is going up through there. It's anchored and supported, and the foundation seems rather secure for something that's been sitting underwater for a while. But you can definitely tell that it's taken a little bit of wear over the however long it's been under the waves.
Damn.
There's a few places where the stonework has been disturbed, but it still seems pretty structurally sound just by initial glance. As you head down, you reach the bottom, where there is another there's a set of kind of strange copper metal double doors. I say strange just because they have designs that you've never really seen before, and they seem to glow faintly. Kind of like an expanded glow stick. It's just got that essence of glowing in the dark, but it's not actually glowing in the dark.
From the doors, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I hold us up right before the doors, and I cast Enhance Ability. As a second level, wait, right? As a third level spell. Oh my god, my third level spells, man. And I cast. Damn, what would be good? Cat's Grace on both me and Vin. We'll have dexterity saving throws, advantages on checks. Sorry, dex checks. And falling 20 feet or less, we do not take damage.
Understood.
God damn. That's awesome.
What's behind these doors may very well be people. Maybe those elves. Anything.
I'll grab Nephis by the shoulder and don't touch the doors. It could be a glyph or a ward or something.
Aye.
I will try to.
What shall we do?
It, is it
I back up.
Is it written in? Is it like script? Can I read it?
The doors?
Yeah, you said there's like symbols or lettering that's glowing.
Yeah, it is in Elvish, and you can read it plainly.
Oh.
Holy smokes.
I can read this.
I can read. I don't know what that's like.
The glyphs merely state to you that the door is safe to open.
Oh.
It says it's safe
In
to
Elvish.
open.
You can
I'll
see
put my
that there
hand
are
on my
other.
chin
Well,
and doubt the lettering.
you can see that there are other symbols that are not iridescent, I think is the appropriate word for it, that are not iridescently glowing, that say door is not safe, but they seem to be, as I said, they seem to just be mute with the rest of the copper of the door.
The script counters itself here in the darker area. Says it could be not safe. Perhaps that it's lit means it is safe.
Perhaps written by two different people, two different times.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's truly
trick.
not safe for the unobservant.
Aye.
I would like to roll perception on the door to inspect it for any mechanisms or
I'd like you
any-
to investigate it. Yep.
Any hidden functions that aren't apparent. I got a 20 unnatural.
Unnatural. Okay. Are you gonna touch the door?
No.
Yeah, Vinshenzo's not much of a touchy person, especially after he's seen what happens to
And
people
it's
who touch things.
gross. It's covered
Screw it,
in
it's
Why
gross.
would say
Okay.
that?
With your learned eye, you cast your gaze among other sections of the door, and you can see that there are wards and glyphs in delicate series that are aligned along the rounded edges of the tops of the two doors. Both sets of doors share a mimicked and mirrored series of glyphs, but they're all the same pattern. They are also iridescent. However, somebody with the knowledge of a mage, or if you'd like to roll Arcana as well, would probably be able to decipher exactly what the purpose of those glyphs might be.
Sure,
The
I'll
Arcana
try
would be needed for that.
Arcana. The door is enchanted. We best be careful. +3 to Arcana is a 15.
Oh.
Oh. So these aren't particularly complicated glyphs. They're mundane wouldn't be the best use of the term, but they're fairly ordinary. I think your dad has a background in like
Yes.
magical.
Wasn't he like a high-level wizard?
Yes.
Yeah. So you would have remembered or seen these types of glyphs written in textbooks in your father's library.
Nerd.
Growing up, perhaps even in adulthood. They are fairly simple enchantments that use prestidigitation, magical sensing, other type things, and as far as you can garner, it's a series of enchantments that indicate whether or not there is air on the other side of the door.
Oh.
And then it correspondingly prestidigitates depending on what the enchantments, how the enchantments activate or deactivate.
Oh, it's an airlock.
glyphs on the door, they seem to indicate something. Perhaps I should have paid more attention to my father's studies.
Perhaps. But that's in the past. Are you able to tell what it does?
I know I'm able to tell with that roll, but I'd like to...
You
Say
do
I
your
don't.
character how
I'd
you
like
wish.
to say I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What Vin knows and what Vin portrays is entirely up to Vin.
I don't quite know. Perhaps we should get Mr. Paelias.
Paelias.
Yes, that's the one.
You've seen it too.
He seems to be a well-studied mystic. Perhaps he could make heads or tails of this.
Aye. Knowing that this is possibly Morrowind
Oh, sorry, my
beneath our
headphones
feet,
just died without warning.
it could prove
Hang on a second.
beneficial to... Oh. I'm talking to Vin. Fuck that. It could prove beneficial to investigate this.
Yes.
Aye.
Perhaps we should wait for the others to wake.
Aye. Get some rest ourselves.
I've already rested.
But
It's time for breakfast, Captain Nephis.
it's time to break fast.
Okay, I can hear again. Hello.
Care for some hardtack.
Ooh.
French.
I just pretty much say that it could be beneficial to like investigate this because it could possibly be Morrowind, and I tell Vin we should wait for the others, investigate this more, and he agrees.
Vin agrees. That's what I said, but it's Nephis's idea now.
Yeah.
Okay, totally Nephis
Sound
and
like
not
that.
anybody else suggests that we do this thing, so it's definitely Nephis's idea. So you guys are
I'm
gonna
the
head back up top to Rabbit then?
Yeah, we
Question
will
mark?
return to the ship.
Exactly.
Okay.
I will shut the hatch behind me.
Oh,
Okay, buddy.
all right. Well, you shut the hatch behind you. You mount up on Rabbit, and you flip-flop over to the boat. The sheep. Look, Yoomster there, and Paelias is awake.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, has it been 4 or 2 extra hours?
No, I just kind of assumed that you plopped on deck because you're awake now.
Yeah, no, he is meditating on deck. That's why I put him on deck.
Okay. Deadly.
An elf is never truly asleep.
Yeah.
He is awake, but he's meditating. Do not disturb him.
Aye. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'll wake up later in the day.
Hell yeah.
I'll inform the others as they wake up what the situation is and what Captain Nephis's plans are for
Okay.
delving deeper.
Well, Paelias is most certainly the first to wake.
I do that to Paelias,
All right.
Hell yeah.
and I inform him about the glyphs on the door.
You
And how,
specifically mentioned Morrowind.
yes.
Do I recognize the construction?
Roll me history.
That would be a 26.
26. Yes, you do recognize that very well.
Yes.
It is the clock tower that usually sits above city central of the city Lilonius, which is one of the port cities, one of the larger port cities in the north.
Oh, maybe I've been to this clock tower before.
It's possible. I think you have spent time in Morrowind, if I
Yeah,
remember
that's-
part of your history.
That's where I was before I went to Nicia.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So
It was named Lelonius?
Lilonius. I'll
Lelonius?
type it.
I don't
Now
know.
it's really late, lowness. Oh man.
I don't know why, Mr. Paelias, but it makes me sad. I think I would have liked to return there one time. Before returning home long ago.
Paelias just gets a look of horror on his face, and then he casts flight on himself and flies over them.
Oh, yeah.
Farewell. Squadala. Vinshenzo shrugs and waits for the other crew to wake up.
All right. Well, you got like another 4 hours of waiting for the rest of the crew and 8 hours for Nephis. Which means Paelias, you got a minute or two to yourself investigating this most unique place.
Honestly, I would just I would fly into the or fly to the hatch, open it up, go in, and then trying to find if anyone's lived here recently. That's what Paelias is looking for right now.
Okay. Any evidence of what the hell happened and if the people are still there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Are you going inside or are you floating down through the sea?
I will go through the hatch because I do not have a spell for breathing water.
Hell yeah. Roll me strength to lift that hatch.
Raw strength?
Raw strength, baby. You gotta use them
Hell
biceps.
Yeah, dude.
Remember, live with your knees, not your back.
Hell yeah, dude.
That is a 15.
Oh, you lifted with your knees and not your back. With a grunt and a groan, that hatch opens for you. You have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
I think all elves do, yeah.
I have 60 feet.
Alright, so you descend the ladders into the clock tower. You reach the copper door. As Vinshenzo, did you explain anything about the workings of the door, or did you just generally tell him like,
I just
hey,
said
we found Morrowind?
there were glyphs on the door.
Alright, so
and
I'll
that
get you to
maybe
make
he could help to decipher them for us.
So I'll get you to roll an Arcana check, Paelias, on the glyphs.
28.
You know exactly what they are, and you know exactly how they work. It really is a mechanism that detects whether or not there is air on the other side of the door, and if there is air, the door can open. If there is not, the door is magically locked.
All right, I open it.
It opens. And you find yourself looking down a small hallway that leads to a circular staircase.
I will just continue flying down. I'm not even going to walk. I'm just going to fly. I flew for 10 minutes, so why not?
Hell yeah. So you neo yourself down this small staircase. And given the fact that you are quite familiar with this tower, you know that you're pretty close to the bottom of the clock tower itself, which was very tall. It was known for being the first thing you see, as the clock tower of Lilonius didn't just act as a clock tower, but also acted as sort of like a pseudo lighthouse so that ships at sea could more easily navigate towards Lilonia when they were following the coast. As you make it down into the upper floors, you emerge onto a balcony that overlooks a large cavernous space, and I will get you to roll a perception check.
That would be a 25. Let me just double check. Oh, wait, no, that's not my feed. This is my feed. 26.
26?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's 8:30 right now, I'm going to use this roll of 26 to just double check. Take a second to really give myself a chance to set up this scene. So we're going to take our little bio break. We'll say like 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then I will present you with your findings.
Oh, damn.
Devon, you motivated me because I also want a snack.
You
Yeah,
just had a
I haven't
tuna
eaten much today. I was like,
salad
fuck.
sub, bro.
Bro.
The city was
I forgot
from the
about that, too.
north of Morwen.
Yeah, the North Coast. So,
Blame Christ.
reference the world map. That one. Where that little sea route was. So the clock tower exists so that you don't accidentally sail beyond and then kind of get stuck out here where nobody is. It'd be very embarrassing if you missed the last stop. Okay. I'm taking my notebook with me. I'll be right back. I want a snack too.
Oh. Chris's notebook wants a snack as well.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is awesome. An underwater adventure?
I know, right? This is like a
I
Basuda.
prepared for this moment. I specifically took air bubble instead of water breathing because water breathing just seems like shit.
Can I poke
Why?
your bubble and pop it?
Because you can't breathe air or space with water breathing. Air bubble's more utilitarian.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can. Water breathing
Breathe more.
only works underwater, and air bubble works everywhere.
Can I poke your bubble with and pop it?
No! I wonder how that works. I wonder if shit passes through it.
Sandy cheeks.
Yeah. Or like, this is like SpongeBob. This is the SpongeBob episode.
Man, it's about time. I've been waiting all the whole campaign for SpongeBob episode.
They add SpongeBob to Discord. I'm glad Chris has added SpongeBob to D&D.
I did see that. You can buy like SpongeBob avatar for $14.99 or something. That's awesome.
What a steal.
$12.99.
I bet Kardoc bought that.
What?
You can get
Kardoc,
you can get a Sandy Cheeks avatar thing for $12.99. Hell
Hell yeah, dude.
Kardoc's a SpongeBob fan.
Yeah, that's right.
I am too.
SpongeBob rocks, bro.
I have the first 5 episodes on a Game Boy Advance cartridge. I don't know
Damn.
where it's at though.
That's sick.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous of past me because I don't know where he put it. I haven't seen it in use. Somewhere in my fucking boxes.
You gotta dig that
Oh
up.
man. Yeah. I can sell that for probably like $5.
Yeah, you know what you got. I wouldn't sell
I
it for
do.
anything under 20, bro.
Sponge boy. How many players we got here? Ah, shit, nigga.
Whoa!
I'm gonna have to cast Air Bubble as a 4th level spell.
I wouldn't want to ruin my clothes with seawater.
I have to use all every cast on you. You're just a bubble. Bubble boy.
That's a Seinfeld episode.
Wanna want to ruin my clothes?
Bubble Boy.
Oh, there's a Bubble Boy episode?
Yeah. They go they go to like some guy's house and the kid is like he's immunocompromised or something. So he has to live in like a bubble chamber.
What happens? Do they pop? Does like George pop the bubble?
Yeah, George kills him.
Like actually kills him?
He pops the bubble.
I guess that would kill him, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe he was faking it. That's like good, the best ending for George, but he just kills a kid then. That's fucked up.
They were playing Trivial Pursuit with the Bubble Boy and
he was an asshole, right?
the Bubble Boy was an asshole.
Oh no, not Bubble Boy.
So he really got what was coming to him, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Seabass and Bubble Boy?
We're talking about Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we watch that afterwards?
Yes. No, we got to be playing. What was that game that Seeker wanted to play? Something Slap 2.
Yeah, Slap 2.
Seeker wants to slap.
Sounds about right.
How can he slap?
How can he slap? Remember that? Remember Discord saying that? How can he slap?
Okay, so
Okay.
I forego to snack in favor of a Pepsi.
That's not a snack.
Hell yeah.
It's sugar
Okay, buddy.
in drinkable form. Okay,
you're right.
is everybody just sitting here, or did anybody else go for a quick break?
Hello.
I have a
Hello,
Celsius.
there's
Hello.
I come
Do
to
we have a knight?
D&D prepared.
Knight says he's back.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so as you look out around you, you find yourself on the mezzanine of the city center, overlooking kind of like the main foyer or the gallery. It's not the gallery, but anyways, that beautiful, wonderful open foyer you walk into whenever you get to any magnificent palatial city center building. There once was a lot of decorative brass fixtures and fittings that are all oxidized now. The iron is rusting, and it looks like it's in a general state of mismanagement. Below you, about 100 feet down on the main floor of the foyer, there looks to be a small collection of makeshift tents, awnings, and tarps that have been set up in the center of the foyer. There is no light or movement.
How long have I been away so far?
About 5 minutes.
I will simply fly down.
All right, you fly down the 100 feet. How fast can you move with your flight?
60-foot fly speed.
Okay, that's pretty good. So it just takes you seconds to get down there.
Yeah.
It takes you seconds, and you land in amongst the collection of makeshift tents. As you're zooming down, you are able to see more detail. Some of the belongings and such that were closer to the tents look like they've been picked through and scattered. And as you reach the floor, you can see clearly underneath or within the tents and awnings that there is nobody who is there anymore. Whatever possessions there were scattered around, the bed rolls, sheets, blankets, and whatever soft implements people could cobble together for a sleeping spot have been equally disturbed and thrown all over the place. You don't see any blood or any corpses or anything like that, but you do see a number of foreign-looking objects that I'm going to get you to roll history on.
$24.
24. So you can see that there are a lot of Sahuagin baubles.
Sahuagin.
And pieces of detritus and evidence of their having been here for a little bit. It's clear that the tents and the shelters and the things that were there, and like the bags and sacks of food and the crates, those are definitely Elvish. They are much like home. Much like the things that you would have seen from home, just everyday utensils and implements. But on top of that, you see, I'm going to call it Sahuagin remnants, but not like actual remnants, but just their own bits and baubles that are layered on top of that.
Can I roll, I don't know, investigation or survival maybe, to attempt to determine how long the Elven stuff has been here and how long the Sahuagin stuff has been here?
Yeah, I'll make you do a survival roll for that.
That was the first bad roll, but that's a 14.
You can tell, just combine that stuff's been here for weeks, like 4 or 5 weeks probably at the minimum. But you can't really distinguish between the two. It all looks like it's been there for weeks. But you can't tell much beyond that.
All right. So weeks, do you mean a month, or do you mean like a little less than a month?
A month
Or-
to like a month and like a month to 5 or 6 weeks. You're unsure, but you know it's been a while.
4 to 6 weeks
Yeah,
is what I believe.
yeah. With your whatever the hell they call that, the accuracy measurement is a little bit broad. Excuse me.
All right. Well, I guess I will roll another survival to try and see if I can find tracks. Preferably Elven tracks, but just tracks.
Beggars can't be choosers.
That is a 17.
A 17. You can't determine any tracks that are Elven. However, you do see a couple webbed footprints in 1 or 2 places where there's a little bit of muck that is able to leave a footprint, and based on that muck, you can see the direction they went off, which is in the direction not of the entrance, but of one of the side hallways just before the entrance of the building.
All right. Would I have to roll a history to know how to? Well, no, I probably would have to roll history, but how to put it? I guess the culture of the Sahagin, like if they're hostile, if they take slaves, or if they just kill.
Yes, you can take. You can roll history for that.
That is a 21.
29.
You know Sahuagin as fierce coastal raiders. They emerge from the sea, they attack, they take what they want, and then they return again. As for slaves, specifically because you're looking at it from an elf perspective, they do not take slaves. They have always been like the signs of a Sahuagin attack is always many dead, or as many dead as the Sahuagin can possibly afflict, as few survivors as possible, and those that remain are either the ones that got away, the ones that fought back, or the ones that happened to make it to a hidey hole in time to not get stabbed to death.
Damn.
Sahuagin hate elves.
Elves hates Sahagin.
I don't think there's a lot of people who don't hate Sahuagin. They're pretty nasty.
Some would consider them a favored enemy.
Some would.
Remind me, did I see any signs of battle in this place?
I told you
Did
that
I
there were
just-
no corpses or no signs of battle.
Okay,
Or
so
blood.
I've just found traces of both elves and Sahagin that are weeks old.
Yeah, and you can't differentiate which was where at what time or what's older or newer. You just know that at some point in time they were both here.
Well, I will carefully follow the web track, since they were the only ones I found.
Okay. You're proceed. Okay, so you can proceed farther into this
Yeah.
place. All right. So you head down the little set of stairs towards the side hallway. Roll. You're one of the. I guess Vinshenzo, if he was here, might know because he might have been. No, he was in Morrowind, so he might have visited this place. But I'd like you to roll history because of the fact that you are a native of Morrowind.
27.
Okay, so you can tell, and this is why it's sort of important, that the architecture of this building has been purposefully altered by elvish, like Morrowind craftsman hands. So when you come into this room and you see a passageway that exits the building that has been made, I don't want to say like in haste, but it was definitely made. It wasn't made as a
The city
beautiful
was
addition
thinking,
to
and
the
they
building.
made it to oh shit.
Kind of thing like that. Like it's well done. It's too elvish, like an elvish craftsman's standards, but it's not to the same decorative quality. It's very utilitarian corridor that exits the building, and you can see that the footprints go through this room and into here, where the passageway becomes a lot dirtier, and instead of smooth polished stone, there's a lot more there's just a lot more debris around. It's a little bit easier to see what's gone where. Would you like to proceed down that corridor, or would you like to do something else? Perhaps return trash your crew, or do you want to press on solo?
If I still haven't seen any signs of like, track of people, which I can roll for if you want, I will start making my way back.
You can roll me
This is
the
starting to
survival
get
for tracks.
too far for me to go on my own.
Yeah.
Oh, 29.
A 29.
28.
You find tracks. You find both Elvish and Sahuagin tracks.
Can I determine
Yes.
how old they are?
With a 29, you can tell that the Sahuagin were here during and after the elves. There are some prints that are as old as the elf prints, and there are some prints that are much newer. With your more refined tracking skills and the easier environment with which the tracks are kept in condition for your examination, you can tell that the elves were here between 6 and 4 weeks, in the sense that like there are some as old as 6, and the last ones are as new as 4. So they left here, or they stopped being here 4 weeks ago. You can tell that the Sahuagin were here between 5 weeks as recently to 1 week.
Given that the Sahuagin have been here as recently as a week, and the elves haven't been here for almost a month, I will return. I will probably cast. I'll just go up into the clock tower, make my way back up there, if it's
Hell
possible
yeah.
without flight.
You can do it without flight, for sure. And given the fact that you have been here and you remember the layout of this place, you're able to navigate your way back up through all of the different staircases and such to get up to the upper mezzanine, which then leads you to the doorway, which leads you to the staircase, which leads you to the hallway, which leads you to the ladder, which leads you to the roof. But it takes you a good 20 minutes longer, given the natural state of things, and you find a number of obstacles on the way.
Yeah, I will just remain seated on the. Actually, you know what? What time of day is it? Or it's night?
You've been gone for like a half hour, so when you get back, it's still nighttime. The only one who's up and about is Vinshenzo and the night crew.
Well, in that case, I will remain here. I will meditate on top here and just wait for a little bit.
On the roof?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So morning comes. Mr. Carlos and Miss Pinefall awake to the sound of Nephis snoring. And the smell of Ragus cooking breakfast.
Oh, breakfast. Hell yeah.
Need more sleep.
And the
Fine,
crew, the
I'll
crew is
give up.
beginning their shift change and breakfast as well.
Up and at him, Vazrai. There'll be time to sleep when you're dead.
I would be playing calming melodies to rouse the crew.
Good thing I don't plan to die for a good while. Yeah, let's get some food.
Breakfast sounds
Hell
like a
yeah.
plan.
Wonder where the others are.
Vin's playing you morning wake up music, so I'd assume he's down in the hold with the rest of the fellas.
Best
I
of the
leave that up to him
fellas.
to decide.
Decide? What am I deciding?
Are you playing music
From-
for us for breakfast?
Oh, he said he was playing calming
Yeah.
music. He didn't say where he was at, so I
Oh.
just
I'm on
said
the
I
top
assumed
deck.
he was in the hold. Oh, he's on the top
Probably
deck. He
in
ain't
the
with you.
crow's nest.
Oh,
Oh, should probably be faint.
he put you up there then.
Gentle tune for the morning.
Keeping an eye out. I don't know if I would be able to see Paelias from here.
Yeah, you see him meditating on the roof
Okay, good.
of the
You're meditating on the roof for 4 hours, and the others poorly meditating, being somewhat anxious. if you take a closer look.
Are you just meditating for the 4 hours?
Yeah, I'm just doing the long rest, and then
Okay, so
after
you'd
that,
be-
he's just trying to stay calm and wait for everyone else.
Okay, if you're waiting on the roof, that's cool, but you finished your long rest at this point as well.
Yeah.
Once Vazray
Deadly.
has breakfast, she's gonna go up onto the top of deck to see if she can locate King Cairona as well as Paelias, if anybody's up here. Maybe even Nephis.
Hell yeah! Well, you see Vinshenzo up on top deck, and Rabbit's there, where
Oh,
once
yeah.
Rabbit had fallen.
Ribbit.
That happened while you were asleep.
Rabbit's
Um,
back.
The day shift crew is going about their like morning inspection and cleaning. Some of the night shift crew, instead of going to bunk, have brought out some fishing rods and, in true Nephis style, are catching up a couple fish before they go bunk down for the relaxing morning fishing. And aside from that, it's just regular morning routine. If one were to look towards the steeple, they would see Paelias pacing back and forth on the steeple roof, which is about 120 to 150 feet away, depending on exactly which part of the roof he's on. So he's not super far.
Probably closer to the hatch, or the largest part of where
Yeah.
it's like the widest.
Vazray can see him on like the rooftop over here. She's gonna look over it with confusion because she hasn't like seen this whole situation yet.
No.
The hell's is going on?
Are you asking
and,
me this?
Kind of more asked out loud, but she's going to try and find Carlos and try to inform him of the things that I have seen, and that they are real this time.
Oh my god.
Ben's in the crow's nest. Looks like our resident wizard, is standing on top of a roof, apparently.
Standing on top of a roof, you say?
A roof indeed.
Perhaps that was the spike I saw on the horizon.
I climbed down the crow's nest to greet the crew.
Good morning.
Hell yeah.
Buenos
am-
dias, retard.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He thought he was going to say it in his head, but he said it out loud.
I inform the crew
It's
of
okay, I've done that too.
Vinshenzo's and Captain Nephis's cursory scouting mission into the clock tower and what I found there. And then I'd also say that Paelias left in a hurry and now he's waiting on top of it.
Oh, is this, do we plan on exploring this place?
I leave that decision up to the captain.
How close is the? I'll
120 feet away, roughly.
I don't know if I feel like using a use of flight to just get back to the ship.
Only there were other ways of transferring personnel from one floating object in the sea to another object in the sea.
We should totally have just taken a rowboat this whole time.
Only.
Like, don't we have a dinghy anywhere?
Well, he's the one who's all the way over there. So it's up to somebody on the ship to get the more physical means to him. But that's also not me DM railroading you motherfuckers. You gotta make that
Is
choice
the
on your own.
steeple close enough and tall enough that I could feather fall down from it onto the boat?
Probably.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to make an acrobatics check to get up that high. Or athletics, I guess. Whatever climbing you would want to use.
climbing is like rock climbing is athletics, but if it's dexterous shit, it tends to be acrobatic.
Yeah, it's going to be acrobatics. You're not climbing up a rock wall. You're not just brute forcing your way up. You kind of got to think about it.
I leave that decision up to the
Okay.
captain.
I will wait for the moment. They can just shout at me, or I can shout at them.
Going to wait for Nephis to give the order.
Nephis is asleep.
Ah,
Oh, I thought
But I guess I'm
everybody had
waiting.
been roused. Okay, then I continue waiting and playing rousing music.
Valerie
Okay.
is going to continue to wait until the captain wakes up too, because this is off.
In order for Nephis to have the benefits of taking a long rest, he's going to be sleeping for another 3.5 hours. So, barring Paelias being on the roof, there's no reason for me to not just go 3.5 hours. So, Paelias, are you going to hang out for another 3.5 hours?
Hell yeah, dude.
Or would you like
Yeah,
to take this
probably.
time to potentially arrange your self-transit back to the ship, or do you want to just hang out on the steeple? It does not make a difference to me. I just need to be able to snap my fingers appropriately.
No, just snap your fingers. I will impatiently pace for 3.5 hours.
hell yeah, dude.
Okay, ready?
Play cards, Vin.
3.5 hours.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Nephis wakes
I'd
up
love
to
to
the
play
mid
cards
What the
with you.
fuck?
beautiful sound of the
3.5
mid-morning
hours
tea.
later.
What the hell?
What year is it?
When you
Black Street.
when you walk out of your captain's cabin, Radicus is standing there waiting for you with a hot cup of coffee and a breakfast platter that is still warm. He
Wow.
says, "Morning, Captain." And after presenting you with food, he stumbles off to keep working. Amazing.
Jesus. I love it.
I go up deck, finishing my food and coffee. I go to me mates. Are they all roused? I grab them all. I grab all the boys.
Yeah.
I
Aroused.
fold my arms behind, or my hands behind my back, and say to Nephis, good. The crew is waiting for your orders on what to do about the clock tower.
And we'll have to think of
I figured,
something soon.
I figured that the lot of us, the Niceans, would head in, investigate it, see what we can find. There were some tracks we saw of the elves in that door. Perhaps they're hidden behind it,
Yes.
locked away.
Mr. Paelias departed quite quickly, and he seems quite manic over there.
Looking or peering around Vin. Has he just been sitting there? On the steeple? Steeple.
Been there
He is
for
pacing.
hours.
He's been
Yes.
pacing back and forth for hours now.
As soon as I mentioned Morwen, he took off and flew over there himself. And he disappeared for a while, and now he's there. And he's been
Wait,
quite anxious, it seems.
you told him of this place, this strange place, whatever this is.
Yes,
How long
Aye.
has he been over there, just simply pacing?
hours. He was the first
How queer.
to
By the gods.
finish resting. Yes, more primitive creatures need longer to rest.
I wouldn't say I'm a primitive creature, but okay.
I'm pretty sure
but you don't see us
Marcel
acting
would
like that.
Consider everyone else primitive.
It more looks like the elf friend over there has gone insane. Look at him. He's simply going back and forth.
Yes. Perhaps we could observe a bit longer.
Are you
It would really help if he was over here.
taking
let's
those?
make- What are you doing, Vin? What is that? What's in your left breast pocket? The same golden watch piece.
Continue.
My timepiece. I seem to have forgotten I had it.
show me your timepiece.
Let's get a rowboat or perhaps rabbit to transit us over to the rooftop, and we can all discuss a plan there. Or perhaps you can bring him over here, but I feel that that's redundant.
Every
Since we're
officer
heading
in the
there.
precinct who makes captain gets a watch like this.
Bye.
I love it.
Bye.
Okay. Some of your ship's crewmates offer to set up like a forward thing inside the clock tower for you if you wish. That way you can grab things from basically grab things without having to transfer to and from the ship directly if you need food or supplies.
King Cairona, I don't want to confess this, but this tower, or whatever this is, certainly is more ominous than the shadow-touched isles that we had been on.
Yes.
Whatever this is.
It's from a city in a land called Morwin, from where the rest of us are from. I don't know why, but it makes me sad.
I mean,
Nephis tells the crew. Tells the crew not to set up anything in the tower. We won't be there for days. We'll be good.
They give you the big thumbs up and they get a rowboat ready for you guys to transit across.
Yes, we
As they
must
should.
act quickly here. We have a mission to attend to.
I tell Coco to stay on the ship.
Go, go, go.
Keep the goblin friend happy.
Yes, keep an eye on that goblin cook of ours, Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure he does my eggs just right.
God damn it.
And that he doesn't steal any belongings.
Yeah, the thieving bastard.
Yeah.
Always stealing the spices.
I didn't ask for my steak to be cooked medium. I said medium well. Insolent fool.
Time to walk the plank.
I asked for it well done. Thrown off the ship.
Shall we make way?
The crewmen transfer you over, and then they return to the ship with the rowboat. Y'all are on the roof.
You've all rest.
I go to the
We must
roof.
hurry.
The hell is it been doing standing on top of this rooftop for hours?
I found traces of elves and Sahag.
Yes.
I did not feel confident in advancing alone.
So you decided to pace on top of this roof for hours instead of coming back to the ship to read a book?
I didn't think it'd take you so long.
And I didn't realize
Aye,
you were
well,
insane
if you
enough to
spoke to the
stand here.
captain, and Nephis puts his hand on the shoulder of Bassaret, if you would have consulted the captain, you would have been clued in. We didn't know. Me and Vin had did a preliminary search of it. We didn't see Swaggin, but we know of the elves. Did you go past the door?
Yes. I went to the bottom of
is
the
safe.
tower.
Oh.
Yes. The elves have constructed safe passage underwater.
DM,
Where?
Vazray would like to do a history check. I don't even think I know what Sohagan is.
Well, let's find out together, shall we?
You must understand, Mr. Paelias, these more primitive creatures need more time to regain their stamina.
24.
24. Oh, yes.
Yes,
My
you are
god,
right.
Lake Swagan, no.
Yeah, those are things of nightmare that were probably one of the primary threats to the Kobold village, given the fact that you are much smaller, therefore much easier to raid.
Fucking
And
So
Swagan.
the concept of a Sawagan kill party or anything is like, that would probably be one of your other big threats aside from, like it's more like a local wildlife threat. It's not like a serious, these intelligent things are trying to take us over and subjugate. No, it's just these loser asshole Sawagan keep coming up and killing our people and stealing our eggs.
They keep kidnapping our children. We gotta stop them.
No, they don't
Abduct
kidnap
your
them. They
egg.
like kill them, eat them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's like terrifying doomsday. Like, oh my god, they're coming from the sea.
So
Type thing.
these lake demons are here, she says.
Hmm.
Now that they've lived in an ocean, there's no telling how far they could go.
Perhaps they're even worse than the ones that you know from the lake.
If they're worse than the ones that are like at the
Seahwagan.
lake, then that means that our own home could be in danger.
Ooh.
We should deal with some of them now if we can.
It won't matter. There'll always be more.
Like a virus.
We must find what we can here. If they're survivors, what happened. If this is Morrowind,
It is. This is the clock tower of Lilonia.
It is as I informed you, Captain Nephis. And I pat Vazare on the head and say, "Do not worry, little Vazare. Captain Nephis is quite capable at felling those terrible beasts."
Well,
aye.
I would be honored to fell more of them by his side.
I still remember the last time we fought them. How big was that last one you took down?
The sea teacher. The sea teacher.
Aye.
It was
Taste of the
huge.
sea.
That was something else, something even worse.
How big are these particular demons?
Would Paelias be aware of the
Large.
whatever the creature was?
The sea
lobster
beast?
crab thing? The sea beast?
It was like a
that they had.
church or something.
It's a
Churns.
jewel, is what it was.
Choo. Chupa Chew.
Based off of the description that was barely given by the other characters, I would say no, unless one of them just wants to like go into detail about the type of
Would I
monster
be
that Nephis killed.
Would I be aware of the Sahagan using sea creatures?
That's a good question. History check, because 100 years has passed between when you left the world and when they left the world.
21.
21. The Sawagan near the coast of Lilonius made more popular use of sharks and less of crustaceans, as they had a natural affinity to sharks.
Ah. Interesting. I will show them the way down to the foyer, and we'll start from there, I guess.
Before we enter the clock tower proper, Nephis casts air bubble without anyone's consent. But I know they're willing. I know they want it.
No.
I like
Does it have what component?
I give it to myself, Vin, Vazare, Carlos, and Paelias. Those are 5 people.
Paelias had a question.
Yeah, I had a question.
Okay.
Like, what are the components of that?
Of air bubble,
Yeah.
it's somatic.
Oh, just somatic?
Yes.
Okay, then I would not notice you doing it until after.
Yeah.
And after you cast it, I would say we don't need it. At least not yet.
Nephis does not respond to you.
Better to have and not need, I suppose.
Well, I'd have preferred he conserve his magical powers for when we absolutely need it. Because I have no
If we're
means.
trapped for more than a day down here, then we're surely dead.
Oh. Your spell lasts a day. That is quite impressive.
Yeah,
Aye.
that is
A trick I've
incredibly
learned.
impressive, actually.
It will be useful.
Aye.
This bubble around my head is very strange. It is air bubble you cast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
A spectral bubble.
I look like a freaking astronaut, probably. I hope my horns don't,
They
pop.
poke through.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I hope they don't pop it.
Hope they don't pop it.
I'm a cobalt astronaut now.
Carlos pokes Dry's bubble.
No,
Oh.
I need that.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys head into the hatch, down the ladder, through the doors, down the hallway, down the stairs, down the other stairs, onto the
Down
upper
the other
mezzanine
stairs.
of the gallery, and you look down into the foyer, and
I would point out
I'm
the.
fairly certain
Actually,
that everybody.
how much
Huh?
light is there in here?
None. You need to have low light vision, or you need to be Nephis with
Well,
his headlamp.
We have 60 feet. Vincenzo is 120, and then Nephis has.
I have like 30, yeah.
I will
I
cast.
would gesture down to the foyer and say there are makeshift tents and whatever the Sahagin stuff was.
I will cast.
Baubles and
down there.
knickknacks.
Yeah, and Sahagin things down there.
Vincenzo wants to cast something.
I will cast dancing lights cantrip and have the orbs of light, violet light, hover around Mr. Nephis.
Oh.
Oh, it's like a black light. Nephis glows white. What was he doing while he was asleep?
Oh.
Oh my
What was the
God.
crew doing to him while he was asleep?
Oh, no. Oh,
I'm
hell
kidding.
nah.
I'm kidding.
I'm going.
You know
I fell
them
asleep in
sailors.
The ache do.
Oh no.
The duck do.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you for the light.
I'll continually cast that until further notice.
I would
Hell
also
yeah.
further mention that I found tracks as fresh, or the freshest tracks I found of the elves were 4 weeks, and the freshest tracks of the Hagen was 1 week. But I also did not find any signs of battle in the area I'd been. So everyone would know that.
Hell yeah. Are you gonna lead them down the stairs, or are you guys just
I
gonna
will
take a look
lead
around from
them-
above?
I will, unless they want to stop and check something, I will lead them to where I stopped.
It's up to you guys. Paelias is, I don't want to say he's able to move around so much, but he's in a familiar place for the most part. So for his character, it's not a new place. Or if he goes, I'm going to directly go to something and not look around, like, he can just go. You guys, you've never been here. Especially Vazrai. Vazrai's definitely never been here before.
I
Oh
have
my
never
God.
been here before.
No.
I give Vazray a piggyback ride so she doesn't get scared.
Aw.
Hands off of me, King. I really don't need that. This is degrading.
I am a warrior, damn it.
I'm a warrior, damn it. Please put me down.
I'm
Yo.
sworn to your white service. Unhand me.
Why are you picking up your bodyguard?
You'll always be my bravest little kobold.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
The diversity hire.
He loves you.
This is humiliating, Cairona.
We are going to put a female kobold in office.
Hell yeah, dude. It's about time.
Jeez.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
That
I
or the
don't
whatever
moss
she
is getting
says.
to
I
him.
continue following Paelias.
Hell yeah! So Paelias leads you guys down to the foyer where you see a number of belongings that are scattered about near a collection of makeshift tents and awnings, as was described before.
Oh,
Is this where you found the tracks?
No, they're. I found Sahagin tracks here, and then further ahead I found Elven. It's this one.
The embroidery.
Nephis immediately looks for the Sohagan tracks. Okay.
that's a
I roll with advantage.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Advantage.
That says a 15, right? Yeah. Let me see. It does. Okay, that's 22 to track.
22 to track, and we're tracking
The
Sahwagan.
Swagan.
We're tracking Sahwagan down the utilitarian corridor that leads from one building to another. You can, measuring your steps, you know that you travel about 150 feet down this corridor. There's a T-junction leading off to your right, about halfway through, or you can continue moving straight.
What type of environment is this?
Underwater.
Oh.
I guess urban.
Oh.
Urban
Copy that.
underwater urban environment.
Yeah, I mean, you're not technically underwater because, I mean, you are under the water technically, but the environment is not underwater. But you are in buildings, so I would say the environment is urban.
Copy that.
For the sake of rangers.
There is no urban. There's no urban individuals. But I'll take that.
I must confess a fear, King Cairona.
What is it?
Fire does not do well down here.
Well, at least you won't burn the place down, Miss Fazra.
I will have to rely on other magics that I know.
Are you not capable of another element, Miss Pinefoot?
What's wrong with your sword arm?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with my sword arm at all. In fact, it's quite great. It's just that things underwater tend not to burn very well. It's okay. I will find a way.
She'll find a way to burn everything.
Yeah.
She'll burn the ocean away.
Boil it to nothing.
Yeah, time to
Bring it.
exercise this magic missile skills.
The whole... Bring out the...
Bring it.
Bring out the
Okay.
Okay, are you looking for the absolute most recent Sawagan tracks, or are you just generally looking for Sawagan tracks? Because as at the aforementioned T intersection, there's tracks in both branches.
Well, shit.
Which is why I'm asking, do you want to look for the newest ones, or are you just looking for evidence? Like,
I
seeing
kind of
where
want to
they
look for
went.
evidence, yeah, and see which ones like were freshest, and then see which way they went. Not like
freshest
necessarily
ones-
like trying to commit to one, but just to
Yeah.
like get an idea.
The freshest ones go straight.
Okay. I'll take note of that. They're straight. All right.
So you keep walking
Yes.
straight,
Wow.
I assume.
I was gonna ask Paelias, where are the Elven treks?
I would show him, and then I would point them out, specifically point out the ones I saw.
I'd like to track those.
So I will.
I don't have advantage. Oh no!
Double.
Oh no! And the other one's
That's
a
an
1.
A.
Ooh, oh, no matter what.
Oh, no, those ones are just getting out of the way. I don't have advantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
Swashbuckler.
Meant to be.
Oh, you don't have this anymore.
Thanks a fucking lot.
You do find a set of elven tracks.
Use it or lose it, bro.
They're Paelias's. He's standing in the middle of all the tracks he's trying to point out, and all you can see is his boot prints.
Hell yeah.
All this walking around has muddled them around.
Which way did they go, or did they also go both ways?
So
don't
Paelias,
know.
you went to the entrance of the corridor
Your mom.
when you had done your initial investigation, and both sets of tracks had disappeared into the corridor, but you did not continue down. Nephis has actually gone farther in, so what you're looking at, like when you're showing him tracks, you're showing him at like the entrance. You're like, look, these are the things that I found, and then he was able to follow the Sahuagin prints, and then whether or not you guys were just standing in the corridor at that point, but as far as you know, they entered that corridor. That's what you know. You have not tried tracking
After
them.
he said they were muddle, I would try to follow them. Would you like me to roll a new survival?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. I think the tracks
11.
are going to your mom's house.
No!
Nephis rolls a 1, I roll a 2.
Here,
What tracks?
Let me
All
walk in the
I
tracks.
see is
Perhaps
Nephis
I
and
can
Paelias
help.
tracks.
Vasri's just gonna sitting there. Stop walking everywhere. Stop! You're ruining the evidence.
It's not a very wide passageway, and you guys have gone up and down it at least twice by now.
Look, if anybody's looking for evidence, let's just let Carlos look for it. For the love of gods.
Yes.
Carlos can do anything.
I will take a moment, then cast
Just-
guidance on myself, and attempt to find elven tracks again, because I
Kobold
lost
tracks
one
are
I originally
easily
followed.
differentiated from elf tracks.
What he said.
That's true.
You're making it worse.
Carlos, go stand in the tracks.
Stand in the track.
Jesus Christ.
Thank God this party has kobolds.
Or elves, yes, on my guidance second attempt.
You find them. You find some unsullied boot prints, and you can tell that the elves are coming from the right.
Ah, done it, have you?
Ah, yes, here we go. Elves went this way. Or came from this. Wait, or is it both? Where is it?
He died. Sorry.
We should have let Carlos look for tracks.
We should rake over the tracks so new tracks can be placed.
Yes.
No, stop.
We must cultivate the tracks.
You're
for water.
ruining it.
Let them grow.
Look, if you just want a clean slate, I'm just gonna burn all of this fucking moss.
Jesus Christ. Here, let me start a fire underwater. Everything will be fine.
It's okay, the water will put it out.
Not like
once
we
it
have a
gets
limited
in.
supply of oxygen or anything, maybe.
We have air bubble now.
We have unlimited for one day. I don't know if
See,
you
it all
guys
worked
have
out.
noticed, but Nephis has been ripping ass this whole time.
Good
You'll have that extra.
So everyone's
extra
hearing
portion
that
of
it's rip
being-
ass. Okay.
I've been rolling stealth.
What's your stealth roll?
Glad I have this air
Nat
bubble.
20.
Natural 20.
That's the real reason Nephis gave everyone bubble, so you could just fart.
Why do you think you call pass without trace? There's no snail trails here.
Ragus is under specific instructions to only feed Nephis baked beans.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not casting fire spells down here.
Hell yeah. Anti-Vazrai strategy is just baked beans for breakfast.
I don't want to turn Nephis into a flamethrower, okay?
Okay, so you guys are going to the right following the elf tracks, or are you going to the straight following the Sawagan tracks?
There were no elf tracks leading to the left, then Paelias would prioritize going right.
The fleshiest and crispiest ones are coming from the right. From the right.
And what kind of tracks were those?
The fresh and crispy ones, those are elf tracks.
Should we
And
not
the
go
fresh
this
and
way? Then?
crispy Sawagan tracks come from straight ahead. However, given our ingenious big boy roles of survival, both Paelias and Nephis can corroborate that there are tracks of both kinds coming from both directions. It's just that we are saying the freshest ones come from two different directions.
I wonder if they were fighting each other.
Aye. Probably more like on the run.
Absolutely. Talking of vermin. Raiding
Aye.
stuff.
Well, unless we have reason to go to the left, perhaps we should go and check the right to see if the elves have survived.
Aye.
That's where I intend to go. I'm more concerned with the elves than I am with the Saga.
Indeed, if there are survivors, we should find them first, regardless of what we do next.
Maybe they might have answers.
Yes.
Or perhaps they're in trouble.
If they're in trouble, I'm more concerned by how long they've been down here.
Perhaps there are adequate food stores.
With any luck, they would have managed to escape this hell.
Well,
Perhaps they had no boat.
Perhaps they built one.
Out of what? That's right.
The city.
There's plenty of things in the city, and I don't
Aye,
really
and they're to build a boat on open water, are they?
I don't
no
see
dry
much.
dock.
I don't see much furniture. Maybe they made themselves a raft. It was better to go out into the sea than fight here.
that's what I can tell.
There's
Perhaps.
convincing.
They tried to make a living here.
Second ago.
They adapted. As for food stores, I mean, they could have.
Perhaps the
Supplied
captain
with
should
fishing
decide how we
and-
proceed.
If they had any
You're right. The
wizards
captain
among
should.
them, they could have set up a safe zone.
What are your orders, Captain?
Seeing that Paelias seems to be a little antsy to find these elves that could or could not be here, just in the best interest of keeping us as a group, let's look for them. Whatever lies in wait in these halls or wherever we are, because Devon wasn't paying attention. We'll deal
Nephis
with
knows
it.
totally.
Nephis knows.
Yes, I am
That's all that
anxious
matters.
to find out the fate of my kinsman.
Oh God.
Okay, we have a somewhat potential security situation going on here at my place right now. So if I like dip out or have to just stop responding, it's because I'm getting real time information.
Oh.
Oh boy.
shit. It's like there's nothing happening right now, but it's kind of more of a priority for me to know what's going on than for me to do D&D, but it's not. I'm not actively getting information, but when it comes, I will be sort of listening there more than I'm listening here.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
with that in
Okay.
mind, I'm not asking to stop D&D because I think I'll still have like 96% of my attention on this. I'm just letting you guys know for situational awareness. So, so you guys want to proceed down the right-hand corridor to chase after the elves all together as one group.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yes.
I will stay
Okay.
with the group.
Vincenzo will stay with the. Oh my God! I don't have a split party. I mean, what a great idea.
Finn, stop holding my hand.
Stop touching me. So the right-hand corridor proceeds for about 40 feet, turns a sharp 90-degree angle left, and then suddenly you are in the living room of someone's house.
Oh.
Oh me.
There's no
How
TV
queer.
here. I can't watch. There's no signal down here at all.
What's the Wi-Fi
I
password?
will seek signs of living elves, or just elves in general.
Perhaps this is where the bell keeper lived at one point.
That's what, a 13 survival?
Yeah. So this, much like the state of affairs, like all the entire environment is one of environmental weathering and like abandonment. So you walk into this
Suffering
living room
from the
and
effects of having an ocean around it.
yeah, and a population that isn't actively caretaking the place. Was Elven, hasn't been blown to smithereens through combat or anything like that. It's like everything is structurally sound. It's just the interior is not kept of any of these buildings and spaces. It is abandoned and underwater. So just as you visually looking around, it's not like there's a nicely set up living room with a crackling fireplace or nothing like that. Like it looks like it's been picked through a couple of times. Yeah. So, what were you looking to do, Paelias? You wanted to see if there were signs of life.
Yeah, I'm looking for traces of elves, ideally living one.
All right. Roll me an investigation, and we'll do this for like the general blueprint.
Do you want me
of
to
the Elven
re-roll or
space.
just keep the roll I had, which was
No, what's the roll you had?
4? So that would be a 14 in investigation.
Okay. You look around the room and you peek around, but you can't really find enough evidence of anything to determine if anybody spent time here. This room is fairly sparse.
Is there a way forward?
There are two ways. There are two ways forward. There's two doors. One straight ahead of you, reference the mouth of the corridor you had just left. One to your right. They are both archways. You look through them, and you can kind of see the corners of the rooms, but you can't really tell the dimensions beyond.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So there's some sort of room that leads to these two other ones. Where, she tries to. Nah, she's not going to investigate on her own. She's going to stick with Vin. Gotta make sure the king stays alive.
I'm staying in the back.
I will roll survival to see where the tracks go, if they split or if they go in one direction.
Hell yeah.
20 unnatural.
20 unnatural. You can tell that the tracks came from straight ahead, the freshest elvish track.
And that is my suggestion. Precious tracks seem to be this one.
Stand by.
Joining by.
Hell yeah. Y'all ever have those blue talkies? Damn.
What?
Ain't no way those things, like, you know, there's just no way, man.
I just
You know what I
wanted
mean?
to try them once.
There's just no way, man. That shit, that, you know, it coming out the same color. No way.
Yeah, it makes it green.
But that's not blue. Oh, blue and brown make green. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's some
This
That
kind
ain't
of
right.
conversation is disgusting.
that's some kind of bad juju.
God did not intend for that to happen.
All right, back.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hey. Anyway.
All right, so you want to go straight ahead?
Yeah.
All right. So we proceed straight ahead, and you find yourself in a small kitchenette, or not a small kitchen, a small kitchen slash like eating area. Yeah.
Slash at.
Slash
Open
et.
concept.
With an island and a very nice strawberry motif. No, it's it's nice quality for, you know, fantasy standards, I suppose. It's not a shit dirt kitchen with a bunch of like 2x4s as a shelf. It's nice counters, nice things, a little open range. Anyways, next, as you can tell, just from a reasonable creature of intelligence, it seems as though, given the fact that it looks like you're standing inside a home, the front, quote unquote, of the home and the front door is ahead of you, and you can see through a large archway on your right hand side. You can see what looks to be like a front entrance or a front door. Both Paelias, Nephis, and Vinshenzo would instantly recognize the glowing glyphs on the copper embossed door in the entrance as being similar to the one that was up in the clock tower.
What is it that you were looking
Do
at?
they
then?
indicate safe?
It does.
I can't read that.
All right.
No, you can't. But
No,
it's
but the
same-
12 can.
You
And the,
cannot read the
on the
language,
far
but I
left.
will point out that the glowing runes and glyphs that are on the door are in the same format and series of the previous door, if that may or may not draw any connections in Nephis's mind.
I can see that.
Yeah. You wanna? I'm assuming you want to press on.
Yeah, if it says it's safe, I trust it.
Hell yeah. All right, so you open the doors, and I will get you to roll me another survival check. This would be for a big one.
Well, good thing you said that, because I rolled a nat 1, so that's a 10.
You don't find any elf tracks leading out of this doorway into the corridor beyond.
I turned to Nephis, like, I lost the tracks. Can you see if you can find them? And then I put my hand on his shoulder and I cast guidance.
Oh, does that allow me to roll with advantage?
You roll with an additional d4.
Oh, okay. I'll just take this D4. Lettuce, cheese.
Rest
A
and
15.
squeezed. Oh.
A 22.
Ooh. Seeker Val just asked me a question about Millennium. Don't tell anybody. You do find the elf tracks. You see two. You see what looks to be like the same freshness, but it seems like 5 or 6 people were crossing through this corridor, coming from somewhere, all joining. Coming from somewhere in the direction that you're. In the direction that you came from. And as you look down the corridor and you start to walk, it transforms quite abruptly from utilitarian, I need this tunnel built now, chic, to glass aquarium. You begin as you're following the path. You turn the corner, and you get to see the underwater city of Lilonius in all of its murky glory, as somebody has decided to build a section of the passageway out of crystalline glass, very, very tough, durable glass with iron latticework to keep it supported. You see outside shoals of fish swimming between the streets, and farther beyond. I'll get you all to roll perception checks as you walk into this section of corridor.
I think he keeps DCing.
Discord keeps
Yeah.
losing connection.
Yeah, that's what it is. It
Did you
even
miss
doesn't-
anything, or are you just bouncing in and out?
It was just like a second.
It's split
Okay.
second, yeah.
I know we have these bubbles, but I still feel uneasy about this tunnel.
It won't prevent us from being crushed to death. Your
Right.
concern is rooted.
Yeah, how deep down are we?
Barrow trauma.
I know.
Barotrauma.
Barrow trauma.
Yeah, how far down are we, Chris? How tall is the?
Barrow trauma.
Oh shit, motherfucker! I had this somewhat calculated. You are roughly 300 feet below sea level.
Oh,
Okay. Well, not fun, but I mean it's not physically dangerous.
we're gonna get the
Like,
bends.
we're not gonna implode.
You are. Actually, I'm gonna fucking say anything else. You guys know shit. 16, 11. Nobody else wants to look out the window.
Yeah, I'll look.
Sorry, I was
I'll
asking
I'll
for
take a
a group.
gander.
I was asking for a group perception roll, and I only got 2 rolls.
Vazray will look out the window.
I couldn't
Uh,
hear everybody.
Unnatural. Wait, no. Hold on. 22.
Unnatural 22. Got it.
Nat 20 for Vazray.
All right, and a nat 24 for Vinshenzo.
Unnatural.
I know I'm being stupid. Okay, everybody save the poor human, and especially Vazrai this time. Specifically and absolutely, Vazrai opened her eyes for this one. She looked in the right directions too, and wasn't daydreaming, and she sees, along with everybody else, but this is more important, is Vazrai sees a shoal of Sahuagin swimming through the water, accompanied by what looks to be a small pack of sharks. Now, they were the equivalent of like 3 stories up from you guys in like building terms. Like they're quite a distance above. They just happen to be like swimming around as Sahuagin do, I guess. They're just over there, and they're passing through, going from your perspective, from like your 11 o'clock. Sorry, from your like 5 o'clock to your 11 o'clock overhead.
Well,
And
at least we know
Vazrai
they're still around.
specifically, because she's so awesome and her eyes are open, can count that there's 24 Sahuagin swimming in this pack and 7 sharks.
Oh my god.
Small army of water demons that way. And they have those sharp teeth things.
Yes.
Like oversized piranhas.
Looks like supper, but with teeth.
Those are sharp. Misspine.
What is it, wizard?
Those are sharp.
Wow. That's even worse.
Much worse than oversized for us.
I never thought I'd run into lake sharks.
Lake sharks in the sea.
They're lake sharks. No.
Splendid. I love it.
Well, there's clearly an army here, and they have sharks with them. What do we do?
We stay out of the water, that's what.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes, I wouldn't like to fight those creatures on
But-
their own terms.
Well, that is something I do fear, is that if they decide to spot us, find us, that they could perhaps find a way to break in and start flooding us. At which point, then they will surely have the advantage if we stay long down here. We should find these elves and fast.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
We should maybe also send a message to the crew that to be on guard.
Perhaps be wise.
Yes.
Nigga, don't look at me.
Vazray looks to Vin.
I would
Oh.
look to Paelias.
Vazray then looks to the wizard.
Unfortunately, I never actually learned long distance communication spell.
Yet you have the ability to beam messages into my mind, to invade my mind.
How unfortunate.
Ooh.
I will
Yes.
cast sending and send a message to the crew informing them that there are dozens of Sohagan occupying the waters.
The crew responds in an affirmative that they received the message and that they will double
Whoever
up the guard.
The acting captain is, I'll send it to.
Yeah. First mate Buck Rogers of the 21st and a half century.
I'm familiar.
He confirms he received your message and will take appropriate precautions.
Hell yeah.
Battle stations.
What are the ones from World of Warcraft that are like Sahuagin but they're not?
Myrlocks.
Myrloc.
Nukalurks.
Yeah.
Only one answer is correct. Which is it?
Me, I'm right.
No.
Me.
No.
Ah.
Nukalurks.
I think Devon's right.
What did he say?
See. Nukalurk.
No.
Yeah. Ah. Come on.
No.
What the fuck?
Kardoc, have you played Fallout 4?
I'm fucking standing.
How many
No,
Nukalurks
he
have you
hasn't.
killed?
How many what?
How many Nukalurks have you killed?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I played.
He's lying. He's never killed any. Don't listen.
Don't listen to me.
Hell yeah.
Vazrai, as you are watching this pack of water demons and their crazy giant piranha things, they slowly swim and gather around the minaret of one of the strange elvish buildings, where you can see what once was a window but had been filled in with what looks to be the same sort of copper doors that have the glyphs and the glowing wording, and they somehow break open using their harpoons and a brass object that two of them are carrying to breach open the door and gain entry. As you watch, about half of their number are swallowed up as the water fountains inside, and the others swim away once the door closes again.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I didn't see these magical symbols before unless somebody pointed it out.
You would have seen them, just for your reference, given that you were with the party, when you guys walk into like the front hall of the house that you just left. When they looked at the corridor, you would have plainly seen, because the door was closed, it would have that on display.
Are these symbols, these runes, whatever that are on them, these glyphs, are they simply magical as far as like how they're designed, inscribed, or are they draconic or celestial in nature?
Are they written in a language, or is it
It's
Probably
Elvish.
arcane.
it's Elvish?
So it's Elvish, and for I believe the two of you are rather magically inclined in terms of your knowledge and intuition, but it's a series of enchantments that activate different like spells. So the reason why all of the etchings, because they really are just carved into copper or hammered into copper, it's prestidigitation. It literally is that usage of just faintly glowing to indicate what the glyphs are doing and what's happening with the enchantments, and the rest of it is just somebody has craftily used a series of enchantments to be able to trigger off of each other to make a functioning airlock. And all of the writing and all of the magical foundations are rooted in Elvish, and with Paelias specifically, like this is the work of Morwyn's magicians.
Vazray looks off in the direction of where they're trying to break into the minaret, and their expression just kind of looks to one of worry. Well, half of them are trying to get in. They've just gotten through a door.
I will point out that this isn't like right next to you. This is in the distance,
Yeah, it's in the distance, like
down the
some
street,
submarine.
up at the third story, the next block over.
Yeah, so it's quite a distance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she points off at it, even though nobody could probably even see that. They're trying to break into a door. They've already got in over there. So we might be running into them soon. So if we're going to be finding
ready.
These elf friends, we'd best hurry up.
If they get in our way, we'll exterminate them. Simple as that.
Taking them down before, these ones don't scare me.
That
was necessary.
Be aware that some have already made their way inside and are perhaps still lurking in here as well.
Yes. Shall we keep moving?
Aye.
I will let Nephis take the lead, as he is now tracking.
Yes.
Hell yeah! You continue down the glass corridor, which reforms into the utilitarian stone corridor, and it enters into what looks to be some sort of a like a public works storehouse, where the street sweepers and the town servicemen are keep all of their equipment and such things. There's also materials for repairs and founding. You see there's a lot of masonry and artificers' tools lying on a workbench nearby. They are not. They are both complete sets of toolkits, as well as what looks like a bunch of recycled stone blocks. In a hole, there's a hole or an archway in the wall that has been.
Sorry, which two tools do you say?
Artificer and like stonemason.
There's mason, but I don't think there is an artificer, or is it tinker?
Well, it is specifically like the stuff an artificer would use to do their craft. So I don't know what those tools are, but I do believe they have like a toolkit that they use.
They just use any tool as a spellcasting.
Yeah, damn. Then it's Tinker's tools.
I believe.
Anyways, so a wall section has been dismantled to reveal like the next room beyond, which has a spiral stone staircase that descends deeper under the ground. The elf tracks plainly originate from here.
Can we see how far down the spiral staircase goes?
No, it's one of those like there's no void in the middle. It's just a tight little spiral stone stair with like the solid stone columns. You're just going down one of them things.
Damn.
So when you look down, all you see is stair. And if you keep going down the stair, you just continue to see stair until you get to the bottom.
Hell yeah. I look to Nephis.
I take us where the footsteps. Oh. Should I roll investigation? Or is that for Paelias?
That's for Paelias.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just want to continue following his tracks. If they lead, where they may. Should I roll another survival?
Yes, please. No, sorry. I told you that they plainly led down the staircase.
Oh, then yeah, then down the staircase.
Hell yeah. And Paelias is taking Mason.
And Tinker's tools could be useful. If not to us, then somebody back at the colony.
Yes, I am familiar with the increased price of tools because I have bought some.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Sanctuary.
Precision equipment requires precision equipment, which requires precision equipment, which requires precision equipment to manufacture.
Taking their things before we even know if they're alive. How grim.
Oh. As you guys head down the stairs,
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm just gonna. Sorry, everyone.
Ah! We've been
Ah,
swept
block.
away by the water. I hope this air bubble
Daeon's
lasts.
locker.
This is only a countdown until my final moments.
It's the final countdown.
What the fuck? that died out quick.
Okay, that's done. That's done.
Davy Bones Balker.
Boo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come down into this.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, Rabbit.
I can get her out of here. She's not here. She's on the
Oh,
roof.
she's not here. And that's where we gonna end it.
Oh my god.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe it. It cannot be believed.
It's so
Unbelievable.
beautiful.
I put a lot of hard work into this one.
I love it.
Today is the 5th of August.
Oh yeah, this one does look good. Almost reminds me of like a Morrowind map.
I don't know.
Elder
I've never
Scrolls.
played
like
Morrowind, so I don't know.
And
I don't
we're
know
in
what that means.
Morrowind?
That's epic.
5 August 24. Room 2. Oh, God, there's so many saves.
I
I
can't
love it.
wait for next week already.
I wish it was next week right now.
Yeah,
Jax.
I'm jorking
Well,
my shit.
It'll have to be next week
No,
when next
dude.
week comes. All right, my friends. This was my session for today. I hope you enjoyed. I wonder what'll happen next session. I guess we'll find out.
We'll be playing D&D.
We'll be playing D&D and getting haircuts.
After these messages.
I got my haircut, man.
And you look fabulous, bro.
She was only going to be down for the day, man. Like,
Hey,
what the
you
fuck,
gotta,
man?
You gotta make the best of it. Look, man needs a haircut. It's just a fact of life.
Exactly. It was for free, too.
Oh, wishful sweet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have this thing saved, so we're just gonna
Wow.
I kept mine.
Oh, look at that.
I kept mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great.
Can't you
Nat
see
20.
we've sunk to the bottom of the ocean?
That wasn't it.
No, he's been disintegrated.
What have you done?
Oh,